Okay, so I want to show you something that I found when I was mowing my yard, and kind of was surprised by it because I don't know where it came from. All right, so I was mowing my yard the other day and I saw this mysterious plant, and I decided to not mow it down, and I believe it is a pumpkin plant. And I also did the app where it can look up and show you what plants they are. It also confirmed it's a pumpkin plant. So I'm not real for sure where it came from, except for last year we had some jack-o'-lanterns that we let rot. And my daughter has a little puppy who I know grabbed some of the seeds and probably has spread it through the yard. I mean, that could be where it came from. We're not for sure. But as you saw, my wife's already okayed this project for us, and we're going to let this grow. And I think I want to do something kind of special with it. But I think what we're going to do is come through here and build a trellis that goes up, so it'll grow up vertically instead of out. Because if it grows out being a pumpkin plant, this pumpkin plant will take up half my yard. There's no way I can mow it like that. So I think we'll go ahead and see if we can do that. I don't think I'm going to try to buy the trellis. I'm going to try to make it for myself, put it up, and then see if we can get this to grow. This first part will be just me doing that. Maybe going to Lowe's and grabbing some lumber and putting it up. And then I'll have to see what happens. Maybe we'll have a pumpkin. Who knows? So we're off to Lowe's to find some wood. Thanks to my beautiful wife, Elizabeth, for filming this for us. And we're going to try to make a trellis for that one lone volunteer pumpkin plant that we found in the yard. Now, I think the question we got two options here. We can do a trellis that's kind of like a ladder, or we can do a trellis that kind of is like an archway that's maybe square. Which one do you think we should do? Yeah. Yeah, it's probably the easiest one would be probably the one that's kind of looks like a ladder. And we can put some hinges on the top of it, and that way we can fold it, store it if we don't have it. I think you could actually use it at Christmas time too, so you can put some decorations on it. We actually reuse it too for like our different plants, cucumbers or whatever, maybe roses. So maybe, and you can set it up right next to the house or wherever. This one's going to be right in the middle of the yard, so we'll see how it looks, but hopefully it'll work. Here we are pulling up into Lowe's, and we're still thinking about grabbing that wooden trellis stuff to make it, but we got a little distracted. We started looking at some of the plants they've got here in the late season, thinking about if there's anything that we could maybe grow here at the end of July, start of early August, but really we didn't find anything that we thought we wanted. Plus these plants are getting pretty expensive. I guess they're $10 per pot on some of these pretty well established plants here at Lowe's. Then we ran across this red wire tomato trellis, and I started thinking I could probably save myself a lot of trouble and a lot of time in making a trellis for this pumpkin plant if we just buy one. And then we got a little distracted again, and we started looking at yard gnomes and yard decor. This is pretty much what we do when we go into Lowe's. We have something that we have to get, but we spend most of our time just browsing. Like, look, this was so funny. It's Halloween outside decorations, and this one dances and plays music, and so does the skeleton. As you can tell, we are easily distracted. These are $99, so I didn't think it was too bad. All right, so we had a change of plans. We got in there and we found that tomato plant trellis that's square. I'm not 100% sure if it's going to work, but we're going to try it out. We're going to see if we can maybe make it wrap we can train the pumpkin plant to wrap around it.
It's much more easy installation.
Yeah, it will be easy. We don't have to build anything. So, all right, we'll find out. Okay, so it's the next day. We got a little distracted yesterday when we got home and we didn't put up that trellis as we planned. But we're going to do it today. And good news is it's going to be a little bit of an easier job because I don't have to actually build a trellis. As you saw, we opted to buy a small red wired tomato trellis. We have some concerns, but we're going to try it anyway. The wires on there don't seem to be very strong. It's not very big. So I'm hoping it's going to be enough to eventually hold a pumpkin if we get a pumpkin out of that little volunteer plant. But let's just try and see. So we've got the trellis in. It was not hard at all. You just stuck it in the ground and pushed it down. I didn't even need any tools. Do have some concerns with it though. It's a little flimsy. It's not really thick wire. So if this pumpkin actually produces some pumpkins, if this pumpkin plant produces some pumpkins, I'm worried that will this hold up? I mean, we'll find out. And what we want to do is hopefully train this pumpkin plant to start going weaving in and out and around. So it's kind of would make a spiral. Because I know these pumpkin plants can really extend a lot of feet. So I was thinking we might can maximize the space here if we just go around, if we can train it to go around and round and round. Will this work? I mean, I don't know, but we'll try. I know we made some changes to our plan because we're going and thinking about making a wooden trellis, doing a little DIY project. But we decided to just go with that small metal trellis to save us some time because it's just one pumpkin plant. It's a volunteer plant. And who knows if it'll actually produce anything or not. Hopefully it will. And what we're hoping is that wire is sturdy enough that it'll hold the actual pumpkins if it grows any. It'll be interesting to find out. You know, a lot of people do say that those volunteer plants are the best plants because they oftentimes do produce more than the ones that you intentionally grow. I know before we've had tomato plants pop up and things like that, and they actually do better than the ones that we tried to plant. That's just how things work out. And a lot of people say that, hey, if something's growing there, let it grow because it wants to grow there, and that's where it'll grow best. So with that, I guess I'll just say thanks for everyone who joined us today and yesterday on our quick little journey. And I'll be posting updates about this little pumpkin plant. And maybe we'll have a pumpkin to make a jack-o'-lantern with before Halloween. Who knows? And before you go, what I will ask you to do is, if you like this type of stuff, I talk about all things Appalachian mountains, gardening, food, language, dialect, accents. If you like that sort of thing, make sure to give me a follow. And I really appreciate it if you like this video. It does help me grow here on this channel. Thank you so much.